And I literally just like took the mask and was like so gently just like rubbing it on the top of my head. And as I'm doing that, that's breaking hairs off. Hey guys. Just kidding. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Melinda. So, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you a tragic story of the day all of my hair was falling out of my head. So if you're interested in hearing about that and how I'm fixing it, if your hair is currently falling out of your head and you're crying, that was me, I have a solution for you, hopefully. Keep watching this video. Okay, let's get into it. All right, guys, so let's start from the beginning. Once upon a time, I dyed my hair hot pink, and then the pink started fading, and then I wanted to strip the color out, so I went on YouTube and I searched, how do I strip the color out of my hair without damaging it? And all these videos came up, as I'm sure you guys have seen if you're watching this video. So the very popular color removal method that is all over YouTube is the following combination: 20 volume developer, Dawn dish soap, purple shampoo, baking soda. I think that's it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, I don't care, because whatever. So the big claim of this removing process is that it does not damage your hair like bleach does, and everyone titles their videos like how to remove hair color at home without damaging your hair and like all this stuff. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. It's so perfect. I don't want to damage my hair. This sounds like a great idea. So I went ahead and I went to Walmart and I mixed up my little concoction and I put it on my head. I only left it on for like maybe 10 or 15 minutes because it worked. Like, it removed the color so freaking quickly. It was actually like really impressive. So I rinsed all that out of my hair. So I'm gonna be putting up some video clips on the screen just to show you guys like what my hair was looking like after I stripped the pink out of it initially. But yeah, so it worked incredibly well as stripping the color out of my hair. However, immediately the next day, okay, anyways, once my hair air dried, I realized like how screwed my hair was. So was it damaged? You be the judge. It was extremely dried out though. Like, y'all, my hair literally felt like straw. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I freaking do? And I was like, okay, it's okay. I'm just gonna use my deep conditioners. Like, it's all good. I'm not gonna worry about it. So immediately I started using a deep conditioning treatment every single time I was in the shower. I was using one by Shea Moisture. I'm not even gonna tell you which one it was because I realized now that it was not working. I just thought it was working slowly and that my hair was so dry that I wouldn't notice results right away until I found an actual really good deep conditioning mask that I'm going to recommend to you in a second. And I realized how quick a mask should work and how quickly you should see results after using one. So yeah, I don't recommend the Shea Moisture one, which I didn't even tell you about. It's in my favorites video. I don't recommend that anymore. We don't talk about her. So here's what happened. So I was using, like I said, I was using the deep conditioning mask and my hair was not getting any more soft. Before I did this to my hair, I literally, like, my hair was so soft that I didn't even hardly have to use conditioner in it, but my hair used to be like so freaking healthy. And through this whole bleaching process, it's taken me a year to get my hair like platinum to where I could actually play with colors. I went so slow and my hair has been so healthy. I've been really proud of that. I had a lot of patience. And like for literally a year, I went so slow to purposefully maintain the integrity and the health of my hair, all to be ruined in like a few hours. So like I said, I was using the deep conditioning treatments. Nothing was working. It was still pretty dry, but I didn't really think anything about it. It had been about 2 weeks and I was due to get my roots touched up. I went in to get my roots bleached. I get my hair done by a family friend and she's amazing. I had told her that I did strip the color out of my hair just to see what she would say because I didn't know if that would like act weird with the bleach or if that was like a bad idea or what. And she didn't seem worried about it. So I was like, okay, cool, we're good to go. So she like puts the bleach on my roots and then rinses it out. And then I go and start like brushing out my hair because I know we all know that your hair is more fragile when it's wet, but my hair has always been like so healthy and strong. Like I said, I took bleaching so slowly that I've never had to worry about brushing my hair when it's wet because it's always been so strong. I've never had an issue with breakage. So I start like brushing my hair out. and so much hair is coming out in this comb. I was using a wide tooth comb at least, thank goodness, but like y'all, oh gosh, it like makes my stomach turn to think about how much hair was coming out of my head. Literally, I was brushing it and like more and more was coming out, and I looked at her and I was like, is this okay? And she's like, yeah, you're gonna lose hair like with bleach, you know, it's not a big deal. I just wanna say really quickly that I do not blame her whatsoever for this happening. It was totally my fault for using this color remover and then not realizing like how dry my hair was before going and putting bleach on it. I'm not sure if she's even had a lot of experience with color removers and bleach and how they react together. So like I said, I don't blame her whatsoever. And I don't even think she saw how much hair was actually falling out of my head. So yeah, I just want to make that clear. Please don't leave any comments. She's my friend, and this was totally on me. It's not her fault whatsoever. But then I kept brushing it, and like a handful, you guys, I'm not being dramatic, a handful. I was like pulling it off of my hands and like putting it on this towel, and it was so much. I just like put the comb down and I was like, okay, that's good enough, and I just like left the salon. So I literally like cried on my way home because I've never lost that much hair in my life. And once I got home, I started looking at the pieces that were falling out, and the ends were like just gooey. Like if I ran my finger over the end where it had snapped off, the end would just like crumble in my fingers. It was just like gooey snot. So then I start panicking because I'm like, if that's what's breaking off, is that how fragile all of my hair is? Like I thought that every hair that was still on my head was just being held there by this tiny little fragile like snot strand. You know what I'm saying? I know that's gross, but I don't know how to explain it. So I was like, I'm scared to even touch my hair because I feel like no matter what I do, it's just gonna fall off my head. So I start panicking. Luckily, I have a plethora of hairstylists that go to my church and that are in my family, and I started messaging all of them, asking them for recommendations. But I'm like literally crying at this point. Luckily, I had ordered the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Mask, and that had gotten there like the day before. So as I'm like getting all these messages from all my hairstylist friends, I go into the bathroom and start applying this mask, but obviously I'm like trying to be super gentle because I know how fragile my hair is now. And I literally just like took the mask and was like so gently just like rubbing it on the top of my head. And as I'm doing that, that's breaking hairs off. And it's like, so many hairs were falling out, and I just started crying again. I was like, oh my gosh, like all of my hair is gonna fall out. I'm gonna have to shave my head. And keep in mind, I didn't bleach my whole head. I only bleached my roots. So everything was breaking off. I had like probably like 2 inches of growth-ish. So everything was breaking off from like here down. So I'm like, I'm literally going to have to cut all of my hair off except like 2 inches of hair because that's where it was breaking off at. And I'm like, I'm gonna cry. I literally cried so much, you guys. I was freaking out. I did not know what to do. Like I said, I've never been in that position before. Like my hair's never fallen out of my head. It's never broken off to that extreme. Like so much hair was falling out. If I just like took my hand and did this, like so much hair would come out. And that I was being like gentle. I would just like turn my head and all this hair would like fall down my shirt. And I'm like, I don't know what to do right now. So, and like so many people were recommending things to me, but they were all different things. And I'm like, my hair is so fragile. I don't have like 5 washes to figure out like which shampoo is gonna save my hair. This is not the time to be like trying new things when my hair is like falling out of my head if I just look at it. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of panicking. I was like, oh my gosh, too many recommendations. I don't know which one to pick. But anyways, so clearly my hair did not all fall out of my head. I still had and have a ton of breakage. I have like little short wispies everywhere, but it's not bad at all. I'll insert a clip right here of my hair actually down so you can see it. Thank goodness I have a lot of hair so you cannot tell. But I'm gonna tell you guys how I fixed this problem, how I got my hair to stop breaking off, and how I'm restoring it to health, and now it like doesn't even hardly feel dry anymore. Like you guys, I seriously have some magical recommendations for you. You're gonna be blown away. Stay tuned. But really quick, I just want to talk about this whole like no damage color removing process. So I'm not really sure what people mean by no damage, because in my mind, getting my hair to a point where it's more susceptible to breakage is damage. Am I wrong? Like I looked up what is damaged hair because I'm like, how are so many people doing this to their hair and they're like, oh no, it's not damaging. Everyone's like, it's super drying, but it's not damaging. I'm like, isn't severely dry hair like kind of damaged though? I mean, I guess it's not irreversibly damaged because you can just use moisturizing products, but if you're like me and you don't know that your moisturizing products aren't working, then your hair could snap off if you put bleach on it, which don't do that. Don't mix like strippers with bleach, whether it's a DIY stripper or an actual like in-store stripper that you bought. But anyways, I just wanna like kind of put a little bit of a warning out there for you guys that I don't know what you guys count as your hair like technically being damaged, but severely dried out hair is very susceptible to breakage. And obviously we don't want our hair to be damaged because damage causes breakage, but also dryness causes breakage. So it's like severely dry hair in my mind is damaged hair because it's just like, it can still break off just as easily, I guess. I don't know. So anyways, when people say like, oh, it's not damaging, it just really dries your hair out, be very careful, especially if your hair is already dry and already in a compromised state. I don't know that I would recommend doing that just because your hair could literally break off. So yeah, I feel like the damage that causes to your hair is like extremely underplayed in a lot of these videos, and people kind of brush it off like, oh no, it's just super dry. And then they like come back to the camera with their hair looking all pretty and they've like straightened it and applied products and like smoothed it out. But like those products that you're adding back into your hair are likely silicones that are smoothing over the dry and like frizzy ends that happen from the color removing process, but they're just putting like smoothing products on it to like straighten it out, and so you can't actually see how dry it is. But I let my hair air dry, so I'm not putting like smoothing silicones on my hair, so I can see exactly how dry and frizzy my hair is, and it was horrible. It was literally like straw. It was like crunchy to touch. It was disgusting. I'm not used to that. My hair is normally so freaking soft, and like people would come up to me and like touch my hair and I would like cringe. I was so self-conscious of how like crunchy it felt, and it was just really bad, you guys. Okay, so that's enough of that. Just be careful if you're gonna use that DIY color removing process. It does work, but it's like at what extent, you know? So just be careful, or if you're gonna do it, follow it up with these products I'm about to recommend because they're a lifesaver. So first of all, ow, my freaking hand. First of all, huge shout out to my friend Tammy, who is the one that saved my hair. She actually has a YouTube channel, so you guys should definitely go and check her out and support her channel. She is a smaller channel like me. Definitely go and check out her YouTube channel, but she is a hairstylist. We actually go to the same church together. So I was messaging her about what I should do, and she was literally thinking that like I was going to need to cut all of my hair off. But Tammy had thought that I had used a chemical stripper on my hair, but since I had done the DIY version, I guess that was a little bit better, because if you use like a chemical stripper and then with bleach, you have a chemical reaction that happens on your head, and that's a little bit harder to fight than just extremely dried out hair, which is what I had. So I was actually in a better position, thankfully. I went to go see Tammy and I told her that yeah, it was just like the DIY color remover. She was like, oh, okay, we can work with that then. Your hair's just super dried out. This is what you need to do. Here are the things that she recommended to me. So she recommended that I use the entire Redken Extreme line. So that is the shampoo, conditioner, and anti-snap leave-in. All of those are very, very high in protein. Now, first of all, before I get these comments, I know that you can overdo it on protein. If you're protein sensitive, do not follow these guidelines. But this is what has been working for my hair. I've been using this for like a couple weeks now and I'm having amazing results. So but I am watching my hair. I know how to gauge when my protein and moisture balance is out of whack. You do have to have protein and moisture, so you do want to keep that balance. Don't overdo it on the protein, but my hair desperately needed protein because it was just in such a like fragile state. It needed the strength. That's why it was snapping off. So I am currently using that entire line. And then she also recommended that I should come in and do Kim shots. So I'm not sure if you guys know what that means. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna see if I can find like a description online, like pop up a picture of the explanation, but it's just basically really good for your hair, whether it's really damaged or whether it's not. Tammy was saying that it's just like really good for your hair in general, and she recommends that everyone get Kim shots like periodically just to enhance your hair and maintain the health and integrity of your hair. But I like really, really needed it because my hair was so freaking fragile and literally snapping off my head. So she recommended that I come in for 3 Kim shots in 1 week. I got a little bit busy and wasn't able to do that. I'm on my 2nd Kim shot right now. I need to go back in for my 3rd one. But when I went in and she did the Kim shot, so the day before, my hair was still falling out horribly bad. Like, oh my gosh, it was emotional. So then I go in for the Kim shot, and with the Kim shot, she also did a leave-in conditioner that I'm going to tell you about, and she actually did a deep conditioning mask that I'm going to tell you about, and a leave-in conditioner that I'm also going to tell you about. But let me tell you about the Kim shot really fast. So you guys, literally, like, I went home and I don't think I lost a single hair that night, and I wasn't doing anything differently. So the difference was night and day with how much hair I was losing before the Kim shot and then after the Kim shot. So if you are losing hair and it is like snapping off and breaking off, the #1 thing I would recommend is a Kim shot, and it's not even that expensive. I went to her salon, is like, I feel like a little bit more on the high-end scale of salons, at least where I'm at, and it was only like 15 or 20 bucks, so they're not that expensive at all. I was literally at the point where I would pay any amount of money just for my hair to not fall off my head, because I know it sounds dramatic to a lot of people, and everyone always says like, oh, like hair grows back, but I knew that it would take me another like 4 or 5 years to get all of this length back, so I was willing to pay any amount of money to not have to wait 5 years to be back where I started. You know what I mean? Like, I can make money back, I can't like get time back, so I was willing to pay a little, like I was willing to pay pretty much anything to keep my hair. Now for the other product, so like I said, she also did a deep conditioning mask in my hair, and then she put a leave-in in it, and when I left the salon, my ends felt so soft. So from like here down, my hair needed moisture, but right where my roots were connecting to like the bottom of my hair, that's where it was snapping off, and I think that's where it like really needed the protein, but my ends were still super dried out from the color removing process that I did. So when she put in the leave-in conditioner and the deep conditioning mask, oh my gosh, y'all, my hair was so freaking soft that day. So I literally went and bought it like the next day, because none of my stuff had worked that well. So I don't remember exactly what they're called. I'll put pictures up on the screen because I don't feel like going and getting them out of my bathroom right now, if I'm being honest. But one is by Redken, and it's a deep conditioning mask. I think you leave it in for like 5 minutes. And then the leave-in conditioner that I've been using is by Pureology, I believe. Again, I'm gonna put pictures of them on the screen so you guys can screenshot it and go get it if you want to, but I cannot recommend these products enough. So I am going to post an updated curly hair routine for damaged hair, because now my entire routine has completely changed, and I do have a few more products that I'm not mentioning today just because they didn't exactly help nurse my hair back to health, which is what this video is about, but they I am using other products too. I will be doing an updated curly hair routine, but yeah, so literally when I went home after the Kim shot, not only was my hair not breaking off anymore, but the ends felt so soft, and we didn't even put any styling product in it. Like, before I went and saw Tammy after I had done the color removing process, even after I would do a deep conditioning mask in the shower, a leave-in conditioner, and my styling product, my ends would still get frizzy, and so I was getting so frustrated. But yeah, so that's what convinced me to buy those 2 conditioners that I was just talking about. And that conditioner, I can just tell that it's actually working now. Like I said, the Shea Moisture one, I guess I was giving it too much leeway, and I was like, oh no, it just needs more time to work. Like, my hair is just super dry. It's just gonna take a little bit. But this one worked in like, I mean, literally one use. When I went to her salon and she did everything that she did, my hair was completely changed. So literally, I owe my life to Tammy. I'm just kidding. But she seriously saved my hair, and I'm so friggin' thankful for her. Again, I cannot recommend Kim shots enough. And then all those other products too, honestly. Like, I'm sure it's a combination of everything, but I used the Redken stuff for like 2 days before my Kim shot, and I was still having some hair loss. And then I got the Kim shot done with the conditioners that I mentioned, and then that's when I noticed the most dramatic change. So I do still think you should get the Redken Extreme line, but I will say that, like, I feel like 80% of my results were from the Kim shot and the conditioners and everything. But Tammy does recommend to use the full Redken system for me still. So I am going to do whatever Tammy tells me to do, because I love my hair. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys. If your hair is falling out, try not to panic. I know it's easier said than done. It'll be okay. try this stuff. Hopefully it'll help. I've also heard good things about Olaplex if you do have like actual chemical damage, I think, as opposed to my just like extreme dryness that I was experiencing. But yeah, I hope this helps you. If your hair is falling out right now and you're freaking out like I was, I definitely recommend all of this stuff. I was really scared to try products too, but it worked out for the best. I would definitely start with the Kim shot and go from there. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Like I said, I will be posting my updated curly hair routine, wavy hair routine, now that I have like damaged and semi-fragile hair, because like I said, I do things completely differently now. So if you guys want to see that, definitely subscribe and stay tuned. But if you enjoyed this video and it was helpful, definitely give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, it's Melinda. Is that my intro? That's not my intro.